Good morning. So we are at Lake Ozette in the parking lot for the Coastal Loop Trail. And you can see how it's not terribly busy today. High tide is right now. So when we get to the beach in 2 hours, it should be good. But there's the vault toilet, is super clean. And yeah, it's just really nice. Not sure what this little thing's for. Little shack to sit in when it's raining. Oh, they do have some picnic tables down there. But we're gonna hit the trail. Here's the start of the trail, and there's more restrooms this way. So have to use a park pass, and so there. Actually, okay, that's what we're doing. That triangle. Wow, it is so green. These are salmon berries. Jeez, they are healthy. And there are already berries on them. But this is a 9-mile loop, approximately. Should take us 5-6 hours, depending on how long we take breaks. 5 hours minimum for us, probably. Wow, this creek reminds me of something out of Florida. Wow, that is cool. Oh, and I forgot my selfie stick. That's all right. I don't need it. It's at home. I do like using it though. Ranger station. All right, so looks like we're crossing this river already. Backcountry permits required for overnight use. Boardwalk trails slippery when wet. Lake Ozette sockeye salmon research. I wish I had my selfie stick. For one, it's easier to hold on to. Oh, that is cool. That's Lake Ozette. Oh wow, so that's a salmon research net down there. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. It chance of showers for the next half hour, or hour and a half, and it's in the low 50s right now. Oh, this is green. This is neat. So I've been informed to point the camera up more. I'm gonna try that. I like showing the path sometimes, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right, they're in the area. Ooh. So we are going to Cape Alava first, 3 miles. Then we'll do 3-mile beach walk, and then 3 miles on the sand point here. But we're gonna do this side. And I don't know if I'm the slowest person anymore. So it might be all right if there's a bear. There's people, there's a group of women in front of us that are pretty loud. Like, we think it's someone's birthday. There's probably 8 of them. They'll scare the bear away. I do love hiking in forests like this. I mean, it's just reminds me of our yard, kind of. We have so many of these plants underneath our trees. It's a pretty healthy forest, it looks like. Some big trees. Here's our first nice section of boardwalk. And they use a composite, it looks like, so it doesn't rot. It's not made out of wood. It's like that recycled plastic stuff, I think. Doesn't It's not that slippery either. Yeah, there's a lot of boardwalk on this trail. I don't know about the other side, but this side I know. What a day. Yeah, it just keeps going. It looks like it might be slippery, like your mind thinks it might be, because it's kind of shiny. I don't remember that section. I think they built that in the last 15 years. And it is fun doing this on a cloudy, rainy-ish day, because you really feel like you're in a rainforest, you know, instead of hot, sunny, and dry. All right, here's one of the biggest skunk cabbages I've ever seen. Like, you could eat those. But we're on the old school boardwalk now. Ooh, this part broke. Tree fell on it. All right, I'm gonna have to, oh, I'll go this way. Actually, I'm gonna stop this while I go over this obstacle. All right, I wasn't kidding when I said there's a lot of boardwalk on this trail. We're going downhill and there's a boardwalk. That's how much it rains here. And this is not the new one. Yeah, this just amazes me. It makes me wonder if they have volunteers to build this and they provide the resources, or if it's all funded by the national park, basically. I mean, that's a lot of money and effort into this trail. I wonder if there's more than a mile of boardwalk. There's gotta be. Yeah, that I've never seen skunk cabbage that big before. There's the little flower behind it. I think it's past its bloom. They are yellow. I mean, look at that. All you see is boardwalk. Yeah, this, I thought last year started off good, because we were trying to do a hike every week and starting in January. But I will say the hikes we've done this year have been definitely higher quality. Oh, this bridge looks relatively new. Wow. Wonder how you got across that when it was broken. Not easily. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, you can kind of see a path there. It looks like we'll just jump across. Yeah, we couldn't have picked a better day. So all you Twilight fans always keep telling me how this looks familiar. This probably looks better than the movie, because they didn't go as many places. I don't know, I only saw the first movie or two, but I feel like they just panned to the woods most of the time. Yeah, I do not remember this much boardwalk. I mean, I knew there was a lot, but this is solid. All right, we are going down into this ravine. Another nice bridge to cross. Oh, that's got really solid I-beams. They brought those in with the helicopter. Those things are heavy. Those are like road construction I-beams. Wow, there's so much tannins in the water. It's brown. You can't even see the creek past that log. It's so overgrown with vegetation and fallen trees. That is really cool. There it is looking downstream. Yeah, they have some nice bridges here that we've seen so far. And I think we're gonna go back up now. Yep. That's where we came from. We are going back down. Nothing but boardwalk again. Ooh, it's a nice little creek. I'll have to look up how many miles of boardwalk is on this trail. It's got to be somewhere. All right, we just got, this is the open area I remember, and it's a newish boardwalk, like 15 years old. Still looks pretty nice. Yeah. Oh, look at the pink flowers. Yeah, this is neat. So when we did this before, it was really hot and sunny. That is neat. No idea what kind of flower that is. It's like a bush. So we are about mile 2. All right, the first battery went dead. So here, that's part of the supplies they dropped in that they had left over. They just had stacks and stacks of wood like that, all bundled up. And you could tell helicopter brought it in. Oh, and I think we're catching up with the big group of women in front of us, maybe. No, maybe not. Someone coming this way. I love these open areas because you don't expect them out here. I mean, look at that, just full of grass, flowers. Probably where the bear lives. Wow, this is neat. Oh, here's a good shot of the flowers. Yeah, that is neat. Giant meadow. Actually, in the winter, it's probably a marsh. But there's some water there. It dries out though in the summer. Yeah, this is really literally the only part of the hike I remember from when we did it 15 so years ago. This part right here. These flowers are a bonus. So the Kashmir hike, most popular time to do it is also in May, and I'm pretty sure there's wildflowers. So we might try that tomorrow. It's either that or go to Astoria. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. The Kashmir hike would be 2,000 feet of elevation gain. See how we feel after today's hike. If we can do 2 hikes in a row, that'd be a first for us this year. 2 days in a row without taking a day off. Oh, more steps up. I'd almost rather have trail tread. The steps actually make you kind of tired because they're not spaced like how you naturally walk. I think I like the selfie stick also because I can put it right in front of my face and hold it out like this. Yeah, I'll make sure I don't forget that again. I need to just keep it in my backpack. I had it on the table. All right, back in the forest. I did remember my long sleeve shirt again though. After getting burned at Mount St. Helens, I will never forget that. That was rough. Wow, we just got to this clearing. This is amazing. I feel like, so we just met a guy who has family in Minnesota, and I feel like we're in Minnesota. This is so neat. So we're about 1/3 of a mile to the beach maybe. And we're gonna have lunch. We don't think we have a lot of fuel left, but hopefully there's enough to boil 1 pot of water. And we're gonna try the mountain home, or mountain adventure. I can't remember the name of it now. That dried food. It's mashed potato and chicken. And we're gonna compare it to the mashed potato and chicken we made cheaply from the grocery store. And see which one tastes better. Yeah, I love this grass. All right, we're going up again. Oh, so we'll be 1/3 done when we get to the beach. Take our break. Let the high tide go down. Ah, the boardwalk just goes on and on here. And you could feel it kind of shake in places when you walk on it. It kind of vibrates. I think that's the part that's rotting. Needs to be maintained soon. Yeah, it's just amazing. So I'm guessing out of these first 3 miles, at least 1 mile of it's boardwalk. I'm not even wondering if 1.5 miles is boardwalk. It's a lot of boardwalk. Ah, I hear the ocean and I see peaks of it through the trees. And we are going down. So I'm hoping there's a good place to eat lunch in one of these campsites that people camp at. Like a nice log to sit on or something. You can smell the ocean breeze now. It is. Wow, look at all the ferns now. I hope it doesn't take the tide too long to go down. Enough to walk on the beach. Look at that. I'm glad we're not going straight down. It's making it a pretty easy, gradual path so far. Save our knees. I love it when they're all of a sudden they're just grass like this. Oh, and we have that stuff. We have that growing by our ponds. Wow, that would be awesome just to sit in it if it was dry. It's wet. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. And I do not remember this, so I'm not even sure we made it this far when we started this hike years ago. I'm beginning to think we just went in like 2 miles and turned around, is what I'm starting to think. That's a big tree down there. Alright, lots of little steps. I'm gonna turn this off. Oh, this is going to be amazing walking on the beach. So we're going to claim this campground to eat our lunch. I could not imagine. Oh, there's someone here. We can join them. We can sit on this log over here. Wow. What? Alright, so look underneath that tree right in front of us. There's a little deer laying down, cleaning itself. I'm not sure the camera's picking it up. I don't want to get too close. There. That is so neat. It's a good spot. But I think we're gonna sit on this log.
Hello.
Hi.
Is this your complete? We're leaving. So, oh. If you like. We're just gonna do lunch. Okay. Nice.
All right, here's our lunch spot, one of the campgrounds. And we are boiling our water. Got all of our stuff spread around. And the deer is still sitting over there in the tree. But we are eating this today. Chicken and mashed potatoes, Mountain House. It's good until 2054. I don't know if I'll be alive yet. So we better eat it now. But this is our view. And the tide might be low enough. I mean, here it's low enough for sure. We'll find out. And the deer, I hope the camera's picking it up. It's just laying there. It's very happy. I think it feels safe here because there's no bears will get it. And it has grass. I kind of want to take it home. All right, we had our awesome chicken and mashed potato lunch. And we are ready for the 3-mile beach walk. Wow. Look at all the seaweed. So, I don't know if this is the part of the beach we're supposed to start on or not. Because there's a bunch of trees down over there and rocks. We'll find out, I guess. I don't think the tide came up this high. Right here, at least. Oh, that is so cool. So this is that creek coming down. Wow, this is neat. So there's petroglyphs about halfway in. Oh, there's a big buoy there. I want to take it back and give it to one of the people that collects them in their yard. Wow, there's a person way out there, straight in front on the rock. That's pretty wild. That's too much effort for me. Jeez. All right, we better start walking. We need to see how hard this is gonna be. We have 3 hours till low tide. We gotta go 3 miles. All right, this is cool. I love root balls on the trees that get washed ashore. That is massive. Jeez. Wow. It's like we gotta pick our way through these down trees. That one fell off of the bank here. Someday it'll be floating in the ocean. Yeah, I don't think I've ever hiked on a beach like this before. Like on a beach like this. I mean, we did it in SoCal. That's not the same. All right, we got to get around this. All right, it might be slow going. We had to literally slide under this tree on our butt to get through this mess. You could have walked up there, it looks like, but it looks slippery and wet. So we did this way. Yeah, this is amazing though. I love this. We got a long way to go, but we'll make it. Just watch our footing. I don't see any huge trees up ahead. Like what we went through might be the worst for a while. Yeah, I don't want to put the camera down. This is just so amazing. So we discovered something new. It's called a hot log. It's like a hot rock, but it's a hot log. That log is so warm from the sun. You sit on it and it feels really good. But there's the island. We've made it a good ways already. I think once we get around this point, it looks a little easier. I see a bunch of sand way down there. That'll be really easy. Yeah, this is just amazing. And there's a little tide pool right here. We're gonna check out the tide pools when we get closer to the other end. We want to make sure we don't run out of time before the tide starts coming back in, because we've never done this hike before. It's amazing how many trees are down. I mean, look at that one. Look at the roots on that. All right, we're gonna go under this one. Ah, this one's nice. You can actually walk under it. Oh, tight squeeze. All right, driftwood is not very fun to walk around. I'd rather walk in rocks. I should say drift trees. Yeah, if you ever come to Washington or if you live here, you have to do this hike. Just give yourself plenty of time and make sure the low tide is in the afternoon, and that way you have all day to get through here. I'm not sure how we get around this mess up ahead. There's some big old boulders and stuff. Ah, here she comes. And we're making slow but steady progress. We're almost around this giant boulder. This was blocking our view of the beach. We'll be able to see what's ahead of us. Wow, there's a trail up to the top of that rock where people have walked up it. Oh, and the beach gets way nicer. There are no more trees for a while to go under or over. Should get easy. So straight way ahead, there's a bunch of little rocks sticking up, and I think that's where the petroglyphs are. There's my guess. We'll find out. Yeah, now it's gonna get fun and easy. Well, it was fun, but it's gonna be more fun. Ah, the clouds always look awesome at the ocean. So we are about 0.7 miles into the 3 miles. And I brought the Garmin app up, and there's only one overland route. Like if the tide's too high, you have to climb up and to avoid the shore in a certain section. And we're probably half a mile from that. It's amazing how rocky the Washington coast is. You're taking a break in the sand. It's warm. All right, I really love the shade that these trees give you. So people have tied ropes to the trees so you can swing on them, I guess. But this section looks like it's gonna be fun. We gotta walk in a lot of rocks, I think. It's gonna be slow going. Oh wow, there's somebody camping up there. That is way cool. They got a bear canister. That is cool. Swing. All right, here she comes. She somehow slipped and stepped in some water. Didn't fall though. God, this, yeah, you can't get through here when the tide's high. This is wild. It's like walking on Mars or something. Really cool. Got little tide pools. I don't see anything though in these. All right, here she comes. Oh wow, look at that hole in the rock. That is way cool. Like, what caused that? Oh, I think the petroglyphs are around here somewhere. I will show you if we find them. All right, this rock is way cool. Look how smooth and weird color it is. It looks like it's from another planet. It looks like an asteroid. Like, none of the other rocks look like this rock. Anywhere, none of them. See, not one. All right. Oh, I see sand way up ahead. We might almost be out of this. So I did not see the overland route. That sign that I thought was a sign is just a fisherman thing that said bait on it. Something got washed up and people put it on the log. All right, so we got to get through that. Wow, so the petroglyphs might be in this area somewhere. We need to start looking for them. All right, that's where we came from. It's a lot of dodging water, and we got to go all this rocket to get to the sand. And then the beach looks really nice. It looks like a moonscape though right here. It's hard to believe it's underwater at high tide. This is what I'm walking in. It's definitely hard walking in the rocks. That was fun. Basically came around that point. So if the petroglyphs are over here, I have no idea. It could be up ahead yet. But yeah. So we're at least back on the beach in some nice sand. And there's no more down trees for a while. We should make good time here. Trying not to twist my ankle. Oh, this is neat. This tree is massive. So normally you don't get the whole tree washed up, but this pretty much is the whole tree. I mean, look at that. I'll tell you when we get to the end. You should be able to see it though. It is long. Oh, there's a barrel there. It's like, what is that? It's a blue barrel with a lid. And we're still not to the end of the tree. Wow, that's a massive tree. It must have been 200 feet. And that's not even the full length of the tree. Still pretty big at the top. So we're trying to get to this corner where that rock is sticking up. And we're gonna see what our status is. So you can see that island way over there where we came from. All right, I love these rocks sticking up, and then there's grass growing on them. So I think the petroglyphs are around here. We passed another rock with a hole in it, but I don't want to go look for them. We have a time schedule. That is cool. here. Alright, take a little break here. So the beach doesn't look too bad the rest of the way around, because I'm pretty sure we go to that point where that rock's sticking up and the grass is on top, if the camera's picking it up. I think we've been through the worst, I hope. Alright, this is a cool perspective. So you can see that rock. I didn't realize it's right behind us with the hole in it. Wow, if you were a rock climber, you'd probably love climbing this, maybe. Tide starts coming in 1 hour. And we still have 1.5 miles to go. We are not moving fast at all. I just want to make it. Don't want to ruin my shoes. My other half is sleeping in the sand. I can't get her up. She is passed out. There she is. She likes the warmth. But I'm going to have to wake her up because we need to get moving. We still got 3 miles once we get off of the beach, and then 4-hour drive, 3.5 hour drive to get home. 4 hours really. It's gonna be a long day. But it is awesome. I mean, I just can't get over the views. This is a nice sandy section of beach. There's just all these camping spots along the water here where you go up off the beach. Just can't imagine just pitching your tent back there somewhere. We got one more rock field to go through, it looks like. Not a fan of the rock fields. We'll do it though. This sand is tiring. It's pretty deep now. So neat, the rocks sticking out. All right, here's the last rock field, I think. Might only have 1 mile left on the beach, roughly. So we are in our last rock field. So this is, so basically there's 2 obstacles when the high tide comes up, and this is the second one. And again, I did not see the way around it on the Overland Trail. So I don't know if they're maintaining those anymore. So I thought they used to be obvious. Unless they have to fix them every spring and they haven't gotten to it yet. Which is possible. All this seaweed. Yeah, definitely picking my way cautiously through here. Ah, there's the beach. Actually, the seaweed is pretty good traction, which is not what you would think. I would like to see the tide come up through here. That'd be pretty neat. Splashing through these rocks. It is getting cloudy. But this is the last little bay we get to see. So straight ahead there's a rock sticking up and there's people on top of it if the camera's picking it up. And the campground is down there. And we go inland in the woods before the campground, and like 4/10, 5/10 of a mile. But that's where we came from. All right, I have, I think, 11 minutes left on this memory card, and then we are full. I'm trying just to stand here and get video, but it's so hard to like not move the camera because you just want to point it at everything. This is a cool rock I'm standing on. Yeah, this was really neat. So we have like 4/10 of a mile, half a mile, and we are off of the beach. Sand is definitely hard to walk in now. Alright, I'm on my last battery. Should be good though. Need to start bringing 4 batteries, I think. That is neat. Open water, not too far away here. Alright, one last look. We found the 3-mile trail back. So we're not walking to the campground on this end. We've seen one campground, we've seen them all. But kind of glad to be out of the sun. That was a lot of sun. That took us, I think, 3 hours to hike 3 miles on the sand and rocks. Definitely slower than the trail. All right. So that's the campground that way. So 3 miles. And I lost my other half. Oh, here she comes. Oh, it's nice to be back in the shade. So basically took us 3 hours to do 3 miles on the beach. I don't know if I said that already or not. I'm tired, hungry, need some real food. It's been a long day. I got up at 4:30 this morning. It's been fun though. Not complaining. Just wore me out. I don't know if we'll go anywhere tomorrow because we're gonna get back late and have trouble getting up 2 days in a row that early with only 5 or 6 hours of sleep. We'll see. We got Memorial Day weekend coming up. Wow, so that tree stump there is a massive old growth tree that either cut down or it fell down. I don't know how much more I'll film, but I will give you an update at the end if I don't film much more. I think we're gonna end up doing like 10 miles because of all the zigzagging on the beach. Added an extra mile, I think, almost, or 9.5 maybe. We'll see. We are back on the boardwalk. So far, this side has been pretty flat, even up from the beach, which is nice. Hoping it stays that way. We're gonna go closer to the lake. Lake Ozette. Oh gosh, parking lot's probably gonna smell good. We're gonna smell all the campers cooking hot dogs and hamburgers. So they have all this gravel on this path, and I don't see gravel in the forest. So I almost wonder if they helicoptered it in giant like bulk containers. Otherwise, I don't understand where it came from. It definitely keeps the trail from being muddy though. Here's a rickety boardwalk bridge. So we did the northern part of the triangle on the beginning of the hike, and we had 600 feet of elevation gain. And going back, it's only like 200 feet, 250 feet. So it's definitely flatter on the southern triangle part of the hike. If you're only doing an in and out and want to see the beach, do the trail that goes southwest, not northwest, and it'll be way easier. And there's just as much boardwalk on this trail as the first one. Yeah, we are tired. It just hits you all of a sudden. I think the excitement of the beach wore off too. It gives you some adrenaline. And you're like, oh, you gotta walk back to the car. It is a really nice hike though. And we have not seen a person on the hike back. Not one person has passed us in any direction. And we have 1.5 miles back to the car yet. Wow, this is a long section of boardwalk. There's a lot more holes on this side though too, like that. It's definitely in worse shape than the northern part of the hike. Still good though. We have one more mile. Maybe 20, 25 minutes the way we're walking. Probably 25 minutes. It is cooling off. It feels really nice out. There's no wind at all now. And it is probably around 5:15 maybe. Yeah, this is not an easy place to get volunteers either, probably because it's so far away from anywhere to help maintain this trail. Unless they give them free camping, that would be worth it in the campground. I mean, this boardwalk just goes on and on and on. There's definitely more boardwalk on the southern part of the trail, for sure. I felt like the northern part had maybe a mile of boardwalk. I feel like the southern part has 2 miles out of the 3. We haven't seen much dirt. Oh, I'm glad I didn't listen to the weather. They made it sound like a washout, at least where we live. And it was beautiful out here today. Didn't even rain on us while we were hiking. I think we had 1 sprinkle, and that was it. Oh, I need to save some memory card. I do want to drive through the campground. I don't know if I've ever seen this campground, and I want to film part of it. Got dark here. So this tree, big giant tree, fell over the trail, and it's so heavy on the ends that it's bowed, caught between these trees. That's pretty neat. There's the giant root ball. Wow, that's a big tree. So you can see how we're in an area now where there was no fire here. All the trees look normal. There's no dead ones sticking up. It's very dark. And I think we're about maybe 2/3 of a mile from the parking lot. We should be getting close to the trail junction for the loop. Oh, we made it back to the bridge. Yeah, Lake Ozette is neat. I can't imagine having a boat out there on it. It's a big lake. Wow. What a hike. Oh, so they're doing sockeye salmon research here. You know what? Let's go over here. Here, come this way. Oh, That is nice. Better view of the lake. Wow. All right, so now we need to get back to the trail this way. I kind of want to see how nice these new restrooms are. So here's the sign for the Lake Ozette Ranger Station, Olympic National Park. So they don't really have a visitor center. This is like their office. I also wonder if they live there. Not really sure. All right. So we did 10 miles and about 700 feet elevation gain.